September is Pediatric Cancer Awareness Month, and Dickie V joins us now. Dickie V, what you do for cancer research and raising money, I don't know if enough is said about you and how tireless your efforts are, so thanks for coming on.
Well, you guys are really too kind. I really just feel that, my life, man, I'm in the last chapter. I'm 76. I act about 12. People yesterday, I spoke to about 3,700 people at a big convention here for Sonic down here in Kansas City, and they couldn't get over this at the end. No way you can be 76 with that energy. I said, oh, really? I am. And the bottom line is I can't, hide the number. I don't feel it. I feel like a young kid until I look in the mirror. But I've really been so blessed in my career. I think, Michael, you know me a lot of years. I love what I do. I've always had a passion of whatever I've done. But right now, I'm just absolutely obsessed with raising money for kids battling cancer. And there's a reason. I'm going to tell you the reason very simply. I've gotten to know a lot of kids. I got to know, in fact, a dozen. I can name them right now who've been with me at my gala. I get to know their families. And they're no longer with us. Kids like Peyton and kids like Eddie Livingston. And I could go on. And Lacey Holsworth and Adrian Littlejohn, who I spoke at his funeral. And I could go on and name all these kids. And I'm telling you, it breaks my heart when I spoke at that funeral to see a mom and dad put their child to rest. I got 5 healthy grandkids, guys. And I look at them every day, and I feel so blessed and so lucky watching them play baseball and tennis and various sports. And I'm just absolutely frustrated that only 4%, listen what I'm saying, 4% of every dollar raised for cancer research goes to pediatrics, and that is a crime.
Why is it that little? I don't get it.
I don't get it either. They wanted me to go speak to Congress, the V Foundation. I was blown away, Mike, when I heard that.
So
is there? I'm sorry, Mike. Go ahead. No, so what can we do about this? I mean, is there anything other than just donating money? Is there anything we could do to try to make sure that it's not just 4% in the near future?
Well, I think the big thing we have to do is to save lives is talking to guys that are involved in this, oncologists and kids. We need research dollars. We do need money. We need lots of money. And I'm begging people. That's why you mentioned earlier it's Pediatric Cancer Awareness Month. And I'm really trying to send a message loud and clear. People out there, if you've got a healthy child and you got somebody you can look at, you know what it is like? I will never forget. Right up there where you are, Michael, up in St. Petersburg area, I went to Old Children's Hospital. It's a beautiful hospital. They do a phenomenal job. And they had Dickie V Day. And I went there, and a friend of mine bought 400 of my children's books for every kid in the hospital, for every nurse, doctor, everyone that was there. And they brought these kids out of their rooms, and they had me read to them. And I read to these kids, and they're running and jumping as I'm reading this book. And I couldn't believe it when I got done. I was going to see the Rays play, and I said to them, basically to the doctor, I said, gee whiz, I don't get it, man. I said, these kids basically, they look as healthy as my grandkids. And I think it was that, I think something I was going to a Rays game. I don't remember specifically, it's a couple of years ago, but they looked at me and they said, you know what? They're moms and dads. They don't sit at the, here for 2 hours for an hour. They sit from 7 in the morning to 11 o'clock at night praying and dreaming and hoping for a miracle to save their child. I can't even imagine the pain it must be for a mom and dad watching their child battle brain cancer, neuroblastoma, or lymphoma, you name it, any form of leukemia, any form of cancer. To see them go through that disease is so vicious, and it's absolutely a crime what it does to families. It doesn't only, it destroys the youngster, obviously, but what it does to a mom, a dad, a grandparent, the family is brutal. So I beg all of you, you can donate at jimmyv.org, or you can donate at thinkvitelonline.com. You'll see a picture of a little girl, Lacey Holsworth, with me. You right there, and the money goes to the V Foundation, and it would all go, our dollars go for pediatrics. My gala so far, my gala's raised not enough. We'd like to think it's a good number, but it's not enough. $15.3 million in the years we've had my gala for research, and that's just nowhere near enough.
And your gala is going to be next year. Robin Roberts, Urban Meyer, and Bo Ryan have already committed to that. And if you want to donate online, as Dickie V said, jimmyv.org, www.jimmyv.org. And the V Foundation has awarded more than $15 million in pediatric cancer research grants nationwide. You entertain people. Obviously, you're great at what you do, but I don't want to diminish that. And I will tell you this, Dick, that this is something that will resonate forever. This is your life's work. Doing this, it's just an amazing thing that you're using your celebrity to raise money for cancer research. It's a beautiful thing.
Well, I appreciate that. I really do. I know, I've been very blessed. Like I said, a lucky man. I can't believe it. I look at my life today, 13 Hall of Fames, and I can't run, jump, shoot. I mean, come on now. I'm in there because all my life I've tried to have passion, pride in what I do. Hey, change the subjects a little bit. I know, Michael, you're out there with your Yankees right now, taking on my Rays. And my Rays, really, they've achieved more than I ever thought they would this year, to be honest with you. I never thought coming into September they would be in a chance for a wild card. That's history right now. I mean, they got no shot, really, unless it was a miracle right now. But really, for what they've achieved with that lineup has blown me away. But I look at the Yankees now, and I'm here in Kansas City, and people got baseball fever here like you can't believe. I'm telling you right now, though, the Yankees pitching staff, I mean, what are they going to do in the playoffs with that pitching staff?
They're going to be in a lot of trouble. And, whether they set it up for the one-game wild card, you've got Tanaka, who you could depend on. They love Severino, who's pitching tonight against the Rays, and you hope that Sabathia's last start was indicative of what he could do, and Pineda. But Dickie V, there's a lot of question marks. There really are. And without Teixeira, you leave A-Rod kind of naked in the lineup as well.
Losing Teixeira's big blow, too.
Yep.
He was having such a good year with his power numbers were really up there. But the kid Bird looks like he's going to be a good player. I think if they play Drew more, he'd hit 25 home runs, man. He'll hit 25 home runs.
Everyday player, you just
Oh, I'm sorry. That was something that just fired off. I want to ask you this, Dickie V, before I let you go. Give me your Final Four. I know it's early, but you know the recruits. You know what the teams look like. Who's the national champion? Who's your early Final Four?
Oh, wow. Wow. I mean, you're talking September.
That's right.
But I will simply say, really, it's a lot of the same teams you're going to hear about. Obviously, Duke is loaded with a tremendous recruiting class. I think the best in the country, followed by Kentucky's great class. Talked to John Calipari a few minutes ago, and he told me, when I spoke to him earlier actually today, he said that, hey, we're going to be good again. They got a threesome on a perimeter. Kid named Murray from Canada, played in the Pan Am Games. Terrific. Where do you see him? Jamal Murray, Isaiah Briscoe right there from New Jersey, and Tyler Eulis. Key for them will be this kid, Scal Labissiere, a big kid inside 6'11", could be a top 2 or 3 pick in the NBA draft. So they're going to be very good again as well. Keep an eye, really, when you look, Maryland the Terps. 2 years ago, I never thought he was struggling, Mark Turgeon. They right now could be preseason #1 in America. And I'm going to tell you, it's going to be a dangerous team. Villanova, all perimeter players basically. Jay Wright's got an explosive perimeter game. They can create a lot of problems as well. And I like Gonzaga. Gonzaga might have the best front court in basketball.
Dickie V, we have a new member of our show, Peter Rosenberg, and he's from Maryland. And you just made him very happy when you said that.
Well, he's a very wise man. Dickie V, you are a wise man. I'm glad to hear you say that because that team with Melo Trimble and Jared Nickens, Terps are a loaded squad.
Well, they got also the big kid. They got Diamond, Stone coming in. He's supposed to be really special. And Turgeon, I mean, 2 years ago, it was struggle. Kids were leaving. Kids were transferring. But he had said to me, I'll never forget on the phone, we're going to be fine. We're going to have better chemistry. And he was right. They had a good year last year. But this year, everybody's talking about the class of the Big Ten. Speaking Big Ten, I'm embarrassed, humiliated what's transpiring down at Rutgers in football. It's an embarrassment to a state university. Kids being suspended, robbery, assaults. I mean, it's a joke what's going on down there. It's sad, and that's too good of a university. I was there. I had the opportunity to coach there early in my career. Beautiful people, great school, and they should not be embarrassed at that level like that.
Great stuff as always. Again, if you want to donate, it's www.jimmyv.org. Jimmy, we love Dickie V. We love you. Thank you for coming on.
Hey, thanks a lot.